Ow, yeeks. My ears just filed a police report. That hurt.
Okay, first lesson of today's episode. Don't scream directly into the microphone like you're warning villagers about a dragon attack.
That microphone just experienced emotional trauma.
Somewhere, an audio engineer woke up suddenly in fear.
Welcome back to Mic Drop Academy, the podcast where teenagers learn podcasting skills through trial, error, and public embarrassment.
Mostly embarrassment.
Today's episode is huge because this is the day we finally start recording for real.
That's right. Today is all about microphones, studio equipment, and surviving something terrifying called
the red light moment.
Okay, our instructor says every podcaster experiences the red light moment.
Which sounds either inspirational or like a submarine emergency.
It's that moment when recording starts and suddenly your brain forgets how words work.
Your script disappears from your memory.
Your throat becomes dry like an abandoned cowboy town.
And somehow you forget your own name.
Imagine introducing yourself like, "Hello everyone, my name is..." Honestly, I have no idea anymore.
That is so true, Coach Gary. I experienced the red light moment yesterday.
What happened, Maya?
I said welcome to Mic Drop Academy and accidentally pronounced microphone like microphone.
That sounds like a medieval instrument.
The king requests more microphone in the banquet hall.
Oh, the visuals.
Yeah, I pictured a lute-like device with a tiny horn.
It was a disaster. My mind just blanked. I started overthinking every single syllable. But our instructor says nervousness is normal.
Everybody starts somewhere. He even told us about his own first time in a real studio, totally messing up a simple intro.
Even professional podcasters had awkward first recordings. He said he once forgot the name of his own show in front of a live audience.
Which honestly makes me feel better. Like, if our instructor can get through it, so can we.
It's all about embracing the imperfections and learning to laugh at yourself. That's what he stressed. My microphone moment definitely got a laugh.
Today we're learning how the studio actually works.
Finally, my natural habitat.
That's concerning.
Our instructor says we need to understand the signal chain.
Which sounds like a robot villain, or a really boring board game.
It's just the path sound travels from the microphone to the recording. Simple as that.
So basically, our voices travel through cables into the computer. Then it gets all digital.
Tiny electric wizardry. A magical journey for sound particles, if you will.
That is not the technical term. More like analog to digital conversion. But Darius isn't wrong about the magic part. It really transforms sound.
Exactly, Zara. Think of it as translating your voice into a language the computer understands. Each piece of equipment in that chain has a role, from the microphone picking up the sound waves to the audio interface converting them, and then your digital audio workstation, or DAW, capturing it all.
And we also learned about gain levels. That was a big one.
Too low? Nobody hears you. You're just whispering into the void.
Too high? Your audio sounds like a raccoon screaming through a megaphone. Or maybe a banshee.
And distortion, which is a big no-no. It's about finding that sweet spot, the optimal level where your voice is clear and present without clipping. That's why we spend so much time on levels at the start of every session.
We tested microphones, headphones, pop filters,
and discovered Zara breathes with the precision of a NASA scientist. Seriously, her breathing is so consistent it's almost unsettling.
Meanwhile, you somehow breathe like a lawnmower starting in winter, or like you're trying to vacuum the inside of your lungs.
It's true. We heard all sorts of weird noises. My stomach even rumbled right into the mic during a test run. The microphone registered it as a low-frequency earthquake. We almost evacuated the building.
Which just goes to show how sensitive these microphones can be, especially the condenser mics we're using in the studio. They pick up everything, and I mean everything. That's why proper gain staging and a quiet recording environment are so crucial.
Okay, apparently microphone technique matters a lot. Like way more than I thought.
You can't just attack the microphone emotionally. It's not a punching bag for your vocal cords. You need proper distance and positioning. There's an actual sweet spot that you have to find and maintain.
Too close and every P sound explodes. It sounds like you're spitting at the listener.
Pop, pop, pop. And then a giant gust of wind follows. It's a full sonic assault.
Too far away, and suddenly you sound like you're recording from another zip code, or like you're talking from inside a cardboard box. That's why we use pop filters, Maya, to mitigate those plosives. And Zara, that distance issue is called proximity effect, or inversely, sounding too roomy if you're too far. We want a consistent, clear signal directly into the mic.
Remember, our instructor made us practice microphone posture. Who knew sitting correctly could impact your voice so much?
I didn't know sitting correctly could be so exhausting. My back started hurting from being so engaged.
At one point, Maya got so excited she smacked the microphone with her notebook. It was a proper thwack.
That was one time. I was just really emphasizing a point about podcasting passion.
The microphone saw its entire life flash before its eyes. It probably thought it was going to be recycled.
And Darius leaned so close to the mic he sounded like a movie trailer narrator hiding in our headphones. I swear I could hear his nose hairs.
In a world where teenagers forget to save audio files, one hero will face the delete button. It was for dramatic effect.
It was definitely dramatic, and a little unsettling when you're not expecting it.
Honestly, I'd watch that movie. The struggle is real. But really, it shows that these tiny adjustments make a huge difference in sound quality.
They absolutely do. Mic technique is less about being rigid and more about being consistent. Once you find that sweet spot, try to stay there. And remember, the mic doesn't care if you're passionate, it just cares about sound waves. So keep your gestures in check, Maya.
Okay, this was honestly my favorite lesson today because it took so much pressure off.
Our studio instructor told us bad takes are not failures. They're just part of the process, like rough drafts.
Which is comforting because we produced several disasters immediately, like world-ending levels of audio chaos.
The goal isn't perfection, especially not on the first try. It's not a one-and-done kind of deal.
The goal is improvement. You record a take, you listen back objectively, you pick one thing to fix, and then you try again.
Professional podcasters do multiple takes constantly, even for a simple sentence. I always thought they just nailed it. Which shocked me because I thought famous people magically recorded perfect audio immediately, like they had some kind of secret podcasting superpower.
Absolutely not. Think of it like a musician practicing scales before a concert, or a writer doing multiple drafts. Every perfect recording you hear has probably had several imperfect takes before it, sometimes 20, sometimes more.
Even professionals accidentally cough directly into microphones, or sneeze, or have their phone go off mid-sentence.
Or forget entire sentences, or completely lose their train of thought. It's a natural part of speaking, even when you're prepared.
Or panic halfway through introductions and just start making weird noises to fill the silence.
Or accidentally leave the microphone muted for 20 minutes and only realize it when you go to play it back.
Please tell me that didn't happen today, Darius.
Moving on, let's just say it was a learning experience for everyone involved.
You know, the good news is, those mistakes are usually fixable in editing. That's another thing our instructor talked about, the magic of post-production.
Exactly, Darius. Recording is just the first step. Editing is where you polish those rough diamonds. You can cut out the coughs, the ums and uhs, tighten up pauses, and even splice together the best parts of different takes. It's a lifesaver.
Today was the moment of truth, the big one.
We all had to record our podcast intros, the actual opening lines that people will hear.
Minimum 2 takes each. Our instructor insisted. Don't stop until you get at least 2 usable ones, he said.
My first take started strong, and then suddenly I forgot the word podcast. My mind just went blank.
You replaced it with Audio Adventure Talking Program. I wrote it down. It was oddly endearing, but not exactly professional.
I panicked. What was I supposed to say? My brain just short-circuited under the red light pressure.
Meanwhile, my first take sounded like I was legally required to be there against my will. My voice was monotone, like I was reading a grocery list.
To be fair, Darius, that's also your normal speaking voice sometimes, so it was consistent if nothing else.
I prefer to call it minimalist vocal expression.
Right, but then something cool happened. After a few tries,
Each take got better. We weren't focused on perfection anymore, just getting through it.
Less nervous, more natural. My voice even managed to hit a few different tones by the fourth take.
We stopped trying to sound perfect, like a robot reading a script. We just talked like ourselves.
And started sounding real. It made such a difference. The last few takes felt almost effortless, which honestly made the recordings way better. You could hear the genuine enthusiasm, or in Darius's case, genuine deadpan humor.
That's the sweet spot, folks. Authenticity. People connect with real voices, real personalities. Don't try to be someone you're not. Your unique voice is your superpower in podcasting.
Okay, so today's biggest lesson, without a doubt,
Nobody starts as an expert, and that's completely okay. It's a journey.
Not even audio people who own expensive headphones and say words like compression ratio and dynamic range. They started somewhere too.
Recording gets easier through repetition. The more you do it, the less scary that red light becomes.
mistakes are part of learning. They're data points for improvement, not reasons to give up.
And microphones hear everything. Seriously, they're like sonic bloodhounds.
Seriously, everything, every little sigh, every nervous fidget, it's all there.
At one point, the microphone picked up somebody opening a granola bar 3 rooms away. I swear I heard the wrapper crinkle. Right away, I thought it was Darius.
I still don't understand how that's possible. It must have been a very loud granola bar.
It happens. Condenser mics are incredibly sensitive. That's why building a good studio environment, even a makeshift one, is so important. Minimizing external noise is a constant battle, but it's worth it for clean audio.
But today wasn't about perfection. It was about facing our fears.
It was about showing up and pressing that record button.
Pressing record, despite the looming threat of the microphone.
And being brave enough to use your voice, even when it feels like everyone's listening.
That's a fantastic summary. The biggest hurdle for any podcaster is just starting. You've all crossed that threshold today, and that's a huge achievement.
That's it for episode 4 of Mic Drop Academy. What a day!
Today we learned about microphones, studio equipment, recording techniques, and surviving the terrifying red light moment. I hope it feels less terrifying for you now, actually.
We also learned microphones can detect fear, and granola bars from across the building.
Huge thanks to Coach Gary for teaching us how the studio works and for being so patient with our unique recording styles.
And reminding us that bad takes are completely normal and actually essential for getting better.
Unless you accidentally unplug the microphone, or mute it, or confuse it with a medieval instrument.
Did that happen again, Darius?
No comment. My lips are sealed, unlike the mic.
Oh, Darius, never change.
Keep that curious spirit, all of you. You're off to a fantastic start.
Remember, every professional podcaster started with a first recording, so you're in good company.
So keep practicing, keep experimenting with your voice and your equipment.
Keep recording, and don't be afraid to sound a little silly sometimes.
And for the love of good audio, keep your crunchy snacks far away from the microphones. We'll see you next time on Mic Drop Academy.
Bye, everybody!
See you.
Farewell.